Why, hello again. So I put up that video of Gone with the Wind. Honestly, I was gonna just do that as a one-off kind of, oh, here's this movie I haven't seen in a while and I'm gonna review it without doing any preparation. That was only supposed to happen once. But I thought, well, that was kind of fun. I think I'm gonna do it with another movie. This happens to be another movie that I'm not a huge fan of. So I saw this movie about a year ago. This movie is called Top Gun. Unimpressed. But you're not here just for my opinion. You're here for a summary. So here we go. Can you hear that? That's the beautiful sound of canned rosé. Okay. So the movie opens with Tom Cruise, whose name in the movie is Maverick. Got one character. And he's flying planes along with his friend Goose, who was played by that actor from ER. Not Noah Wyle and not George Clooney and not the woman with a crutch, the other one. I think he was also in one of the sequels for Pet Sematary. Like Pet Sematary 4? Someone gets killed with a truck of potatoes. I digress. Anyway. So Maverick and Goose are flying around in the sky. They are Navy people. Navy pilots. It's the word I couldn't remember. They are pilots in the Navy. I think they're flying with another person and they're doing a thing. I believe it's an important thing. And this one guy freaks out. Not Maverick, not Goose, but this other guy who's supposed to be like professional. He just has like a moment. Like an understandable type of moment. So when they get back, he was supposed to get bumped up to this special program, but now he doesn't want to anymore. He wants to like go home to his wife or something. I think it's meant to be like he has PTSD from a previous thing. Anyway, so Maverick and Goose, who are like the troublemakers, or at least Maverick is, and Goose kind of just gets pulled along with it. They get put into this new program that's all like special and awesome. So they're really excited about it. Before that starts, they go to this bar where it's just a bunch of Navy people and some not Navy people. And there's this really pretty woman at the bar. She's blonde, really pretty blonde, very tall, I recall. That rhymed. She's just drinking, hanging out. Tom Cruise is like, I could hit that. And Goose is like, are you going to help me out at all? And Tom Cruise is like, you know that's not how this works. I'm Tom Cruise. You're just kind of next to me. And Goose is like, I know. So Maverick says, let's do loving feeling. I think she needs some loving feeling. They both go up to her, but Goose approaches her and he's like, hey, I wanted to ask you something. And then he kind of just ducks out of the way. So he's like, hey. Like that. And Tom Cruise just kind of comes right in front and starts singing to this woman, you are I'm feeling. And the whole bar joins in. So now this poor woman has to like listen to all these men serenade her. Blah, 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 blah. And she just wanted to get a fucking drink. She just wanted to hang out. So she kind of says no to Tom Cruise. Not a mean no, but just kind of like, no. Okay, there's no nice way to say this. He follows her into the bathroom. Brought this for a reason. Pink wine doesn't get rid of misogyny, but that doesn't mean I can't still drink it. That didn't make any sense. So he follows her into the bathroom and still tries to get with her. He's like pressuring her at this point, and I'm pretty sure she still says no. If she said yes, I think that's where I got angry. No, just no. They shouldn't be putting out there that all a man has to do is follow a woman into the bathroom because she said no the first time. So the next day, they start their class thing. Val Kilmer is also in this movie. He kind of plays this kind of jerk, what's it called? Rival person. So you've got ER, Tom Cruise and Val Kilmer. So it turns out that this woman from the bar is the teacher of this new class. And they're like, what, a woman? And they're like, no, just listen to her. She knows a lot of stuff. At one point, I think Tom Cruise does convince her to go out with him, and she does. And then later, he gets all annoyed because she's treating him like every other student. She's not giving him preferential treatment. She's giving him questions that are as hard as all the others. She's not saying, oh, you got this question right when he really got it wrong. You know, like he's a student like everybody else. There's also a scene where they all play volleyball, and it's supposed to be super homoerotic. That's what everybody told me. I guess it is. It's a bunch of sweaty, half-naked guys with a lot of close-up shots playing volleyball. That's really all it is, okay? If you want to watch a movie with homoerotic undertones that's actually good, watch Point Break. You don't need to watch Top Gun to get that, okay? At least get Keanu Reeves involved. So there's the volleyball game, which I think a lot of it happens in slow motion. And then Tom Cruise confronts her, the blonde woman teacher lady, confronts her about the fact that she's not treating him like the sun shines out of his ass. He is like, what's the deal? I thought we had something. And she's like, I didn't want people to suspect. I didn't want to admit it to myself. And he's like, what? And she's like, that I love you. Bubbly. Reusable straws make a lot of noise. So then, a song comes on. Wait, what's the song that plays when they're having sex? Take My Breath Away. Yes. It didn't. It didn't take my breath away. The song does not deserve the movie. The song is better than this movie. This song is the background for a very unearned sex scene. Like, these characters haven't connected at all. So, the sex scene happens. I assume they both reach orgasm, and then some stuff happens, and the movie ends. I assume Teacher Lady and Maverick survive. I don't know if Goose does. I say all of this because once the sex scene started, I stopped watching the movie, and that's as much of the movie as I ever watched. To this day, I have no idea how the movie ends, and I don't care. The movie had so little in it, I bailed. I bailed after like 35 minutes. I once asked on Facebook, why do people like this movie? And someone said they don't, the 80s did. That seems about right. A lot of mistakes happened in the 80s. A lot of good stuff too, but to sum up once again, Tom Cruise, ER, Val Kilmer, nice teacher lady with bad taste in men, pressuring women by following them into the bathroom, being pissy about not getting preferential treatment, unearned sex scene, volleyball. And sometimes planes. Oh, I forgot. Also, Danger Zone plays at the very beginning, which made me think of Archer, which made me happy, briefly. So you could also just listen to Danger Zone or watch Archer. The end. Thank you for watching. You can go to debaronin.com to read the movie summaries that I wrote before I started doing these videos. I've been told that they are quite amusing. I still don't know how to end these videos. It's not so much that Tom Cruise is an asshole in the movie, and that's why the movie is bad. Because Tom Cruise plays an asshole in a lot of movies, but you still kind of root for him a little bit. Like, being an asshole in a movie doesn't mean the movie's going to be bad, it's just an aspect of the character. But he's so one note. And honestly, everybody in this movie is so one note. I didn't care about anyone. Pretty much. Why this movie is so popular, I don't know. I guess it makes sense if a lot of men want to pretend they're pilots or something. I guess that was like the big thing is like, ooh, masculine pilots. But honestly, the movie had so little in it, I bailed. I bailed after like 35 minutes. I have watched 35 minutes. I have watched a lot of messed up movies, okay? I've watched a lot of movies, and I mostly watch them all to the end. This is one of the very few I gave up on because it was just so boring and so bad. I'm sorry if you're from the 80s. Cheers. The end.